So next we're going to look at your settings tab. This is where you would set your site title, your tagline. If we look at the site, we can see that I'll go ahead and keep explaining while we're letting that load, but this is your physical address. You may need to change this if you so desire. Like I've seen with different hosting packages, most will go ahead and put in your domain, so http yourdomain.com, but some will actually put the physical address in here. So if you want this up here to display differently than what this is, then you would put that in this file here. Your email address. One of the things that you can do, you can check if anyone can register to be different levels of the site. Like I said in the video about users and user roles, I would definitely keep this to a subscriber or possibly contributor. You don't want anybody to be able to register as an author, editor, or administrator, because then they would have full control of your site, and you don't want that. So if you do check this, use this section with caution, and keep it to subscriber or a contributor. They can write posts, but you'll have to upload them. Your time zone, I'm in the Chicago area, so that's where I'm at. Date format, choose how this will display. This will display on posts, so whatever day you wrote a post, it'll show that. Your time format, which day your week starts on. You can choose Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So my week starts on Sunday, and then you can save them settings. Now let's go back up here. Some of the sites, some themes now have a section in this where you can customize. You can change this section here in the customize settings with some themes. So this is where the site name is, and this is the tagline would show up here. I'm actually using a header image, so that's not showing up here. If we click on the customize section here, you can see where I've got that blocked off, and I've got a picture there as opposed to the site identity showing there. So this is that section, you could adjust that. I'm actually using a header image as opposed to the site identity fields. So just so you're aware, you can change these two settings in the customize section of your site as well. So let's look at the writing section. So there's a few things here that you want to look at. If you want a default post category, you can have that. Most of mine are going to be videos for WordPress help, so I'm going to go ahead and just make that my default. Post formats, you can choose different types of posts depending on your theme. These will all be registered in your theme as different things that you can choose. If you wanted to post via email, it's kind of frowned upon because it could be allow access to your site that you don't want to allow to, but you can do it. So them are different things. And then update services, so that you would be able to see different services that are getting pinged, so that when you add a new post, it will tell them services, hey, this guy wrote a new post on his website. So the reading tab, we'll take a look at that. The front page, you can decide to have your last posts, or you could have a static page. Depends on how you're going to use your site. For us, it makes sense to have the latest posts, so that's going to be the newest video that we've uploaded. And so per page, I'm going to have up to 10 posts per page. And for these, because we're doing mostly video, I'm going to go ahead and leave it full text. You could use a summary that would give an excerpt. Most excerpts are 55, 60 words. So, and then, if you're in the process of just building the site, you may want to click that discourage search engines from indexing, just to kind of keep it on the down low until you get the site ready to present to everybody. Your discussion tab, that's going to be anything that is having to do with the comment section. So you can look through these things. If there was a site that or article that was used on another blog, it would attempt to notify that blog to say, hey, your blog was used, your post was used. Comment settings, they must fill out their name and email. I would definitely do that. They must be registered. That's up to you. These are totally arbitrary settings. Automatically close comments and that are older than like 14 days. That's probably going to be a good idea to keep your comments fresh. You don't want comments from 1947 showing up in your posts. Obviously they're not going to be, but I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you don't want an old comment sitting there. And so then able to thread comments and nest them. You can choose all that stuff. Anyone can post a comment. It'll email you. Comment is held for moderation. It'll email you. So you can, choose how to do that if you are tired of being a slave to comments. You can choose to allow somebody that has had things approved before, they can do that. Anything that has more than a couple links, you probably want to block, because they're mostly using it for spam and for SEO, trying to get link backs to their site. So you can blacklist URLs or IP addresses and such. So there's some functionality that will help you out with spam and such in this section. The ratings, you can choose what rating of comments people can put in. These are different gravatar settings, so it'll be their default, or they can choose if they've chose to become a subscriber to the site. So that's comment. In your setting, your media settings, we kind of covered this section earlier in this media, but we'll go ahead and show that there are a couple of settings here that you may need to change. So thumbnail sizes are 150 by 150, medium size 300 by 300. These are all in pixels, so it's going to be and then the large size is going to be 1024 by 1024, and that's going to be the maximum sizes and heights. So you can adjust them if you so desire. And then permalinks, we'll talk a little bit about them. I've found that the post name is the best way to get SEO. You get better SEO functionality if you use the post name as opposed to any of these other settings and such. So I'm going to suggest you use that one, and then if you want to, you can have category bases and tag bases. Them are just extra help to configure your permalinks. Definitely not necessary, but they just help with search engine optimization and help being found. So that's how you would use your settings on your WordPress site.